Well, good morning. All members, all members, please come to the floor. We're going to have the morning roll call. Just We're going to have the morning roll call. All members will please vote green to signify your presence in this chamber. And Mr. Clerk, will you unlock the machines? Representative Carmen Rice. Representative Rice.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to be here this morning, and I'm going to start off first by introducing our new president of Mercer University. She is a double bear and has been working with the University of Mercer University for the last 25 years. So it's a very distinct honor to get to represent her. And we have Dr. Penny Elkins. Can you please stand? So thank you very much, and we're very excited to have you here. And next is our chaplain of the day. Ironically, does not need much introduction, as we were waiting for this to begin. Only two people crossed our path that do not already know Dr.
sharing a word and a prayer in my faith tradition. But the truth I share is universal. I remember as a child that one of the first Bible verses I ever learned, and that's the one I want to use today, was from Ephesians 4:32. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you. You know, kindness and forgiveness, those are universal truths. And that passage had an impact on my life from the very beginning, even to the point because it helped me gain a perspective on how to deal with people. Because of it, I have a love for and a students in creative writing because of the masterful way that it was written. And even Oprah Winfrey has praised Theo of Golden as one of the best books she ever read, describing it as epic and transportive. And she notes that her favorite quote for 2026 comes from that book. For anything to be good, truly good, there must be love in it. Well, I asked myself, why in the world would this book from a man in Hamilton, Harris County, Georgia, one of your constituents, or one of y'all's constituents, how in the world would that book have such meteoric rise and so much interest on the part of people across the country? Levi's book, I believe, is quenching a thirst that people have. Ambitious lives, and we're busy, and yes, we are a lot of times self-centered, satisfied every day. Just a sip, just a moment, looking another person's face. And as you begin your legislative journey in 2026, I would urge you to remember to be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, knowing that for anything to be good, truly good, there has to be love in it. You do a remarkable job of representing the people of the state of Georgia. I am so grateful for your service. My encouragement to and prayer for you is that the kindness that is the desire of your hearts and of your being will dominate your spirit throughout this session and in all things that are a part of your lives. May God bless each one of you as I look into your faces.
Brother Jimmy, thank you for that message. Thank you for reminding us about kindness. And hope we'll see more of that in this house. Thank you again for being here. Members, you may greet Brother Jimmy over in the South Ante room. He'd love to speak to you and offer you encouragement. So we'll encourage Brother Jimmy to go over to South Ante room. Hearing none, the reading of the journal is dispensed with. Is there any objection to the confirmation of the journal? Hearing none, the journal is confirmed. Mr. Clerk, will you read the resolution establishing the order of business for the day?
Representative Strachan of the 104th moves following be established as the order of business during the first part of the period. Unanimous consents. Introduction of bills and resolutions. First reading and reference of House bills and resolutions. Second reading of bills and resolutions. First reading and reference of Senate bills and resolutions. Morning orders.
Is there any objection to the adoption of the resolution establishing the order of business for the day? Hearing none, the resolution is adopted. Consideration. Mr. Clerk.
House Bill 934 by Representative Williams of the 148th, F. Strachan of the 104th, Williamson of the 112th, Jones of the 47th, Burchett of the 176th. The bill be titled Act to amend Titles 7, 10, and 45 of the Official Code of Georgia Annotated relating to banks and finance.
Banks and banking.
House Bill 935 by Representative Cannon of the 172nd and Taylor of the 173rd. The bill be titled Act to authorize the assessment and collection of a technology fee by the probate court of Thomas County.
Intergovernmental coordination.
House Bill 936 by Representative Cannon of the 172nd. A bill be titled Act to authorize the assessment and collection of a technology fee by the municipal court of the city of Berlin.
Intergovernmental coordination.
House Bill 937 by Representative
Now.
House Bill 944 by Representative McDonald of the 26th, Crow of the 118th, Hitchens of the 161st, and Lumpson of the 12th. Bill be titled Act to amend Code Section 40(1)(8) of the Official Code of Georgia Annotated relating to safe operations of motor carriers.
Motor Vehicles.
House Bill 945 by Representative Williamson to the 112th, Williams to the 148th, and Chastain to the 7th. Bill be titled an act to amend Title 7 of the official code of Georgia annotated relating to banks and finance.
Banks and Banking.
House Bill 946 by Representative Clifton to the 131st, Rhodes to the 124th, Ridley the 6th, Kelly the 16th, Cannon to the 172nd, and others. Bill be titled an act to amend Title 27 of the official code of Georgia annotated relating to games and fish. The sacredness of America's 250th anniversary, the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 2026.
Special Rules.
House Resolution 1000 by Representative Astration to the 104th, Williams to the 148th, Dickey to the 134th, Williams to the 168th, Buckner to the 137th, and others. A resolution proposing an amendment to the Constitution so as to eliminate the ad valorem tax assessment of certain timber at sales or harvest.
Ways and Means.
House Resolution 1001 by Representative Bell of the 75th, Sanchez to the 42nd, Roman of the 97th, Holly the 116th, McQueen of the 61st, and others. A resolution expressing support for the ethical investment of all state funds and public resources.
Special Rules.
House Resolution 1007 by Representative Jones to the 25th, Oliver the 84th, Schofield the 63rd, Dempsey the 13th.
Okay, members, you need to take part of these conversations to the anteroom. That one's empty, and that one is too. Mr. Clerk, will you read?
House Bill 932 by Representative Saines of the 180th, Ballard of the 147th, Bonner of the 73rd, Newton of the 127th, Deloach of the 167th, and others. A bill relating to tax credits for business enterprises in less developed areas. 3 second readers.
We have no reports from standing committees, so we'll move on to morning orders. We'll welcome down Representatives Davis, Bernal, Representative Sheila Jones, Representative Jackson, have a friend?
I do have
rights of Korean Americans may be observed in all facets of American life, from politics to industry, entrepreneurship to volunteerism, the arts, sports, and education. On January 13th, 1903, 102 Korean Americans first immigrated to the United States. Currently, more than 100,000 Korean Americans call Georgia home, and Korean is the third most spoken language in Georgia. We have several members and leaders of the Korean community here up in the gallery. If you can stand up and if we can all give them a round of applause. Thank you. And thanks to
The Susan Jolly Foundation, the Georgia Cancer Control Consortium, and Cancer Pathways for their exemplary contributions to cervical cancer education and awareness in Georgia. Commending Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Inc. for their 113 years of service and recognizing January 13th, 2026 as Founders Day. Recognizing the Rustin Lord Community Breakfast. And for other purposes, that completes the reading of the privilege resolutions.
Recognizes Representative Willis for an afternoon order. Chair recognizes Representative Crawford for an afternoon order. House will come to order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. Friends, today is with sadness that I stand to remember the greatest woman that I've ever known, my mother, who left this earth after a long battle with breast cancer, and she passed on December 29th, 2025. We said our goodbyes on January 10th. I want to thank everyone who called, sent text messages, and came to support my family. She was an incredible, captivating woman. She and my father met when they were in college at Florida A&M. She would come down and, just surprise me. That picture that you see was on my father's birthday. They surprised me one day. If you met her, you loved her. And I know many of you in here met her when they surprised me. She and my father would watch every single session together. So I know my father is watching right now. Dad, I want you to know that Mom is still with us. Remember your marching orders that she gave us as she passed, and that was for us to continue to love each other and continue to work out. Dad, get your miles in. I know that I will. I know that I'll remember miles for Mom. Cancer, guys, is a very ugly disease, and I'm asking you that cancer took my mother from me. I want you guys to help me to fight cancer. If you would, please pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. Miss Carolyn Crawford, you are the greatest woman that I've ever known. I will always love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Chair recognizes Leader Hughley for an afternoon order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, I just want to come to this spot today to do what we could not do yesterday because we had so much going on yesterday. But yesterday, Chris Bruce and the ACLU and Invisible came for their Advocacy Day. And normally we would have recognized
I got to ride in a monster truck a couple of years ago. So congratulations, Shannon Henry and Seth House and all the folks at the Bank of Day. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield.
Chair recognizes Representative Mitchell for an afternoon order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I come today before you to recognize one of our colleagues that is doing some great things nationally. over the summer, he was elected the national president of the National Council of Legislators from Gaming States. He is our chamber's recognized authority on gaming issues, and that is some feat considering that we haven't got there yet. Would you help me?
Thank you.
That wraps up the business for the day. The chair recognizes the majority leader for a motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that this House stand adjourned until Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 at 11 o'clock a.m.
On the motion of the majority leader, that this House stands adjourned, and please note 11 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, January 14th, 2027. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed will say no. The ayes clearly have it, and this House stands adjourned.